And it is world. We have a vanilla world 1, and we have a bifurcated split here with choice of the top or bottom route, and looks like the bottom route is giving the first hand stage, which gives them a free item. I did not see what it was for One Fine Day. Macobra took the bottom route and got 4-3, so no item for him, but a little more straightforward in terms of level. Leslie continuing to take a run at first hand stage. Cobra's finished 4-3. One Fine Day is actually in the fort now and is tough break for Leslie. One Fine Day finishes off Boom Boom. Leslie having some trouble here. Finally looks like he's through. One Fine Day is in 2-2. So, One Fine Day having some trouble with the bloopers lagging up the screen. Nobody's business here. Finally gets through. One Fine Day is in 7-1 now. He's going to go for the clip here, which is I believe, a pixel perfect trick, and it's just a lot of execution more than anything. Cobra should never. Fine Day is through. Macobra's still working on the clip. Gets it. I think the 6th or 7th try. Alright, so we got a coin ship here. So another free item for our runners. Clara's found. Incidentally went into 7-1's door, so he's gonna apparently give this a go here. Get just a mushroom. The Cobra's got to be careful. He ran into the boomerang bro there. So, World 2 airship leads off this thing, so we're not going to get all vanilla here. One hit Larry. It's a 317 for One Fine Day. First one to finish World 1. Cobra right behind him, 323. Leslie getting a badly needed 1-up. He was down to 0. Be a little careful there, finishes the job. Claris gets a Fire Flower, and okay, the hand was giving out hammers. That could be very useful here as we go into World 5. So, okay, we lead off with the always entertaining 7F2, aka Piranha Fort. One of the levels you definitely do not want to see early on, because you're usually playing with a low item count. Could be at a disadvantage from a power-up standpoint. Ooh, nice maneuvering there by Macobra. Leslie grabbing the wand at about 430 or so. And Macobra has pulled ahead of One Fine Day, but they're right back at it as they're practically in sync right now, trying to get around the swamp. Cobra gets through it clean. One Fine Day takes a hit. Tanuki, they all got Tanuki suits from the from the king. So Macobra is going to stop for the end card here. See, because all items are randomized, so stars will not necessarily give stars, and mushrooms will not necessarily give mushrooms. We had 2 matches there. He's not going to check the item, he's going to place the other fort, which is 7F1, which, not surprising, they do in worlds with 2 forts, it is not uncommon to see a sort of doubling up. So, for example, World 4 forts tend to pair together in those circumstances, or World 7 forts tend to pair together. So, Cobra has his Tanuki suit, and will take that up to the Boom Boom, because this is one of 2 levels where it is 100% required to have the ability to fly to finish the level. Nice dodge there by Leslie, getting through 7F, final quarter of 7F2. So Cobra is going to check the pipe, and where is it going to take him? Right to the finish. Okay, looks like the mushroom in the end card, from what I just saw there, is giving out clouds, so that's very useful. Potentially. So, we got the World 3 airship. Cobra. Okay, normal Roy, but he's a 2-hitter, so nothing too challenging. 650 from a Cobra. Fine Day, 5 seconds behind, so one Fine Day putting up a good fight early on against the 2019 Randomizer champion. Leslie's about a stage and a half behind. Claris about a little bit behind Leslie. Get your commands out. For those of you in chat who are marking this, this looks like a lot like an odd-looking Final Fantasy. Well, we got some Dragon Warrior for you too. World 4, this could be a world that could take a long time, or it could take almost no time. Cobra is going to play ahead and going to go for the fort in the 4-5 location, hoping that that is the correct one. We won't know for sure until he actually plays it, unless it's the World 1 fort, because that fort cannot be forced progression by logic. Nice job by Leslie, finishing at about 8 minutes. 4F1, kind of a quasi-vanilla. Cobra's going to get a star kill on Boom Boom. So Macobra did guess correctly, and he will make, after finishing off these giant bros, he will do the same thing. Go for the airship. So Leslie is gambling. He's going to play the other fort, which turns out to be 5F1. Leslie is in the world. Not Leslie, Macobra, excuse me, is in the World 7 airship now. He's got his P-speed strats going. He's just flying through the stage. Ooh, almost made it. Kind of got clipped in there. And it's a one-hit Iggy. The 915 wand grab for Macobra, who is making quick work of this seed so far. One Fine Day is making quick work of that end card. He's got a lot of matches, and he's got some goodies there to play with. He's got a couple of clouds and that hammer from World 1, so he's in good shape to really cut down one of the worlds if he so chooses or gets the opportunity to. Unless he's gonna have a quick star kill here. Alright, so Okay, so this is actually a place where One Fine Day is going to get an advantage because he can cut through that lock and not have to play the level or the fort because it's forced logic. So Macobra is going to be facing a little deficit here as One Fine Day finishes it off at 10:09. So this is a big chance for One Fine Day to take the lead here with his hammer as soon as he's finished listening to the missive from the king. Cobra is going back for another helping of the end card. He's going to get at least one match here. And that's all he will get. So he will have to play the fort, which is World 3, which is 3F1. Leslie's finished off Iggy. 10:52. So One Fine Day is continuing with progression. He's in 4-6 now. Fine Day using the star to cut through some of the enemies. Some sage advice from the princess telling us to drink more Ovaltine. Macobra is... Okay, so this is a straight shot to the finish. This should be pretty generous. We got 6-5 standing in the way. The other level that requires you to fly to finish the level. Nice P-speed strats there by Macobra to finish 4-6. One Fine Day is ready. He's got to deal with some nasty Paragoombas. Fortunately, and those guys are trolls. Cobra is ready with his Tanuki suit. So, provided... Oh, he loses it! Got clipped by Paragoomba. Fortunately. So we actually have 3 racers now on the same level. That's something. Oh, Macobra got hit. Was going for the kill and he got hit again. So this has been a bad 6-5 for him. Looks like Leslie's got everything he needs. He's taking the shell up with him to the top of 6-5. One Fine Day is finished with the second Piranha stage. Cobra is playing very defensively here, trying to get around this Paragoomba. Looks like he's... Okay, looks like he's okay, and he finishes, finally. Phew. What a run, what a nightmare for Cobra. They had a terrible 6-5 there. One Fine Day is finished off Ludwig and gets the wand at 13:31. Claris is back with us now, and he is bringing up the rear of the featured field, but he's not that far behind. See if 6-5 treats him better than some of the other players got treated. And we got a lemon tree speech from the king, courtesy of The Simpsons. World 3, so this could be interesting with its we got some extra free pipe checks here, so there is that. And okay, he's found the pipe. Unfortunately, he does not have a hammer, so he's gonna have to ride this out and find the forts. And unfortunately, this looks like it means he's gonna have to play some levels. One Fine Day needed a minute there to kind of figure it out, but he's got the full picture now. One fine day in 4-5. Kind of a fun level to run through, although it can get a little dicey if you have a boss bass kind of running around, but other than that, it's a pretty good level. Claris dealing with Ludwig. Getting all of our timers synced up here, so stand by for that. 1503 wand grab for Claris. Alright, we are synced up, I think. So, Macobra is gunning through the rest of the end cards, so he gets the full run through, and he's got a pretty healthy arsenal here to work with, including the two clouds. It still, unfortunately, will not change the fact that he's going to have to play some levels just to get back. So this is going to be a bit of a time sink for our runners here. 7-7, one fine day. So is Leslie. Got to contend with an angry son in the background. Leslie having a little trouble with his platforming. Actually took a hit there. Leslie taking a 5 up there. I think that was intentional, and that's a good idea. One fine day is in 7-6. Gonna go for the clip here. It's a sub-pixel perfect maneuver with hail, and it's going to be very tight for him because he doesn't have a lot of room to work with. I don't know if he has a P-Wing in his arsenal. He can fly over if he wants. Leslie has regular Mario. This is a somewhat more doable jump without the tail, and Leslie gets through. I think that was 5th or 6th try. One fine day has had enough. He's going to take the intentional death here. Claris is in 7-7. So Macobra will try his luck with no, there's no, he has no P-Wing at all. That's unfortunate. Leslie is in 8-4 in World 8 Fort. Cobra's had enough. So there that goes. He'll take the intentional death. Leslie working through World 8 Fort right now. He's about 2/3 of the way through. See if we can get a 1 cycle here. It does not appear so. The Cobra does have a P-Wing. He's just going to fly right over. Leslie, realizing he wasn't going to finish cycle in time, is just going to stop, and he's going to use Small Mario to run through. Boom Boom. Got to be a little careful here because he's on a moving platform, but no problem. He's got it. So we got all 4 players on the same level right now. That's pretty amazing. And all 4 of our runners are very, very good at this. But nonetheless, that's a pretty... Ooh, Macobra going into the drink there. That's unfortunate for him. Leslie having to deal with a couple of fire bros, gets rid of them with a hammer. Gets rid of them with the star and gets a hammer. And this is interesting. This is one where you might want to gamble. Nice clip there by Claris.com. Finish. So Leslie is going to check. It's a Cobra. Ooh, just missed the 1 cycle there. He did a few too many stutter steps there. Okay, so the lock itself. Okay. So 8-4 did not break the lock, but he is going to do it anyway. Macobra taking a hit there. And, so World 1 airship for Leslie, who is holding the lead right now. One fine day is in 6F3, aka Carpet Fort. And we got a normal Wendy, and it's a more than a 3. It's a 4-hit Wendy. Cobra grabbing his item, a star. Cobra is going back for another round on the end card. Small chance he could have gotten a repeat. Fortunately, he didn't, but he does know where the mushrooms are, so that's another cloud for him after 80,000. He gets to 400,000 points. Leslie got the wand at 20, had won about 2010. So Leslie Pro 04 holding the lead right now. Gets his hammer now. I think Cobra's going to be making a beeline for that. Ooh, fortunate death for Leslie in 2 Fort. Cobra is going to play 6F3. He's going to gamble that his hammer will still have utility in World 6, which is where Leslie Pro is in World 2, which is the only other world that is yet to be played. One fine day gets the wand at about 2105. So Claris is going to play the coin ship. Cobra's finished off Carpet Fort. Leslie is has reached Boom Boom this time. We're racing to get back. So we got 3 pipes right in front here, so could be interesting. Okay, and all 4 pipes are right in the beginning of World 6, so that provides that ultimately means this is gonna be a long World 6 because there aren't going to be any shortcuts for them to take. And nice fire kill actually by Claris, gets the wand at 2224. Macobra, a rare situation, is actually in last among our featured runners. Leslie is in the waterfall stage, the first of potential 8 lost levels we have tonight. Another command from the king for Macobra. I have the feeling we're going to see World 1 fort in here somewhere. Macobra doing a pipe check, an immediate pipe check here. Finds there is nothing there. Leslie's in 4-4. Cobra is going to play 2 Fort. Leslie got a little premature in his jump and takes a death in 4-4. Coming back with the proper suit for this. Frog Mario. Get out your frog hype if you're a fan of Frog Mario, and I know some people in the chats absolutely are. We have had frog-only races in the past. Unfortunately, Leslie losing Frog Mario. Well, it might have been kind of on purpose. As useful as Frog Mario is in 4-4, its utility is somewhat limited. So we got 2 forts right on top of each other, and first up is the Navy. Sing the words if you know them. I will politely decline. Another cloud from Macobra. Macobra might want to... Do not sing ever? Well, I wasn't planning on it, but since you say so. Okay, so one fine day is finished with the Navy. Leslie's in the Navy, and the other fort is super tanks. Can't say for sure, but I think we've seen every fort played so far, so I think World 2 fort will be one fort, which the lock won't be in a place that will hamper our runners. So that's interesting. Leslie finished off Navy. One Fine Day is using his clouds now and sails past 2 levels and is going into World 4 airship. And this is a good chance. Ooh, almost went off the edge there. He almost threaded the needle. So this should be an easy fire kill on Lemmy, because it'll be basically a downward shot. Look, Leslie is playing 6-2, which is 5-6. One Fine Day continuing to hold the lead as we go into World 2. He's got about a 25-40 wand grab. So, remains to be seen how tough World 2 will be. I've already seen a fair amount of tough levels so far. Seed. Leslie continuing to play through. He gets 6-10, almost in a quasi-vanilla position. Leslie's not interested in that level. Cobra is putting his hammers to good use. We have 6F1 in World 2. Interesting. Thought for sure it'd be World 1 fort. We missed it. Cobra take on Lemmy. It's just a 2-hit Lemmy. And he gets the one at 26:52, so he's a little over a minute behind right now. One Fine Day finishes off Boom Boom. The pipes aren't in very good locations, so they're not going to be able to skip much. They're only going to get one level skip here. 1-2 now for One Fine Day. Leslie's finished off Lemmy, 27-22, so staying close behind. One Fine Day loses his fire suit. Nice bit of warpless maneuvering there by Macobra. Actually, warpless and 100%. That's a good backup strat. Get an extra power up for the Hell Run. Cobra's through. Ooh, One Fine Day has found Atlantis. Good for him. I think, unfortunately, because he used his cloud, he has to play this. So, One Fine Day has kind of opened the door here for Cobra. I don't know. I think he's still got a cloud in play. Very least, he'll get another run at the end card because he should get enough points from this level to get the trigger. But first, he's got to survive this level. Ooh. Okay, there it is. Alright, so Macobra's done with 1-2. Claris is in 2-5. Cobra does have a hammer. He is going straight through, and he is going to be a happy boy when he finds out he skipped Atlantis. And just like that, Cobra 52 is in the lead. Because he didn't use his hammer in World 3, he has taken control of the race, and he finds 8-2. These are the kinds of gambles you make. You hope that if you use a hammer at a certain point, that you bypass any problems. And unfortunately for One Fine Day, it's like he didn't make a wrong choice, but unfortunately he got hit really hard with it with Atlantis there, which is the longest level in the game. And he's also got to deal with 8-1, which is no picnic either. Macobra using his last, using another P-Wing on the last airship, World 5. Leslie has found out the terrible truth of Atlantis. Macobra finishes off Morton and gets the clip, so he's going to shave about 5 seconds there. Skip. Oh, he doesn't. He was a little too low. I'm surprised. I thought he had that. So he actually added 3 or 4 seconds instead. It's a pity. Leslie used his cloud and is P-winging through 8-1 because he doesn't want to have to go back, which is a very good idea. So World 8, the Great Equalizer. Well, we've got 3 pipes, a lock, and tanks, or super tanks, sitting in the back corner. There's another lock up top. So this is interesting. Okay, well, he's found one of the pipes, putting him in front of a lock. So so far, a lot of forced draws, but nothing. Okay, so we found it. This, by logic, I don't think can be the fort, because how else are we going to play the other levels? So, but nonetheless, a good starting point. If nothing else, this is going to break one of the 2 locks we've seen already, I think. Probably, if I were to guess, I'd say the one. The One Fine Day grabbed the one at about 31-28, and then got a cloud from the king, which... Oh, wow, it is! I'm very surprised. I thought for sure it was going to be, they'd be going backwards, but Macobra has found in pretty much a God World 8. He's got his hammer suit. Oh, he lost his hammer suit! He's going to take an intentional death here as soon as he can. So he's going to do that again, and oh, lucky for him, he's got 2. He would have had to soldier on, and I don't know. There's a nice clip there by Macobra to get through the walls. He's going to have to be a little more conscientious here. He gets through. He's having a hard time with that jump, though. He finally gets through. Ooh, he misses that, so he's gonna have to do that again. Cobra's got a little bit of nerves here. He goes through. Player is finishing off Morton at 33-22. No problem. 5 hammers from a Cobra, and that will do it. Get out the GGs for Macobra 52, the winner of tonight's race. He finishes with an official SRL time of 33:44. One fine day, just 2 rooms away. No problem for one fine day. He is through, and he will be finishing up the race. Get out the GGs for one fine day, who played a very fine race against Macobra 52 as he finishes second with an official SRL time of 34:25. We got our fine competitors. So Leslie does not have the use of his hammer suit, but he does have Fire Mario. That should make for a pretty quick kill on Bowser. 35 fireballs is all he'll need. And we welcome One Fine Day to the chat. GG.
Thanks.
That was a real back and forth battle, and all four of our featured runners tonight at one point had the lead. You had the lead, then Macobra had the lead. Then, speaking of Macobra, welcome to the chat, GG.
GG's.
I was just saying it was a real topsy-turvy race. Everybody had the lead at one point.
Wow.
It was just a lot of back and forth, a lot of surprises too.
Man, other smooth sailing to World 3 right there.
Yeah, that ultimately actually was the difference. You held on to your hammer until World 2, and you were able to bypass a couple of nasty levels.
I would have liked to have the hammer for Waterworld.
Yeah. 35-53 finish for Leslie Pro 04. Third, Claris is just about done. He will finish with an official SRL time of 36:35.
My thing about the hammer was that I was banking on the end cards holding a hammer because I had the end cards almost cleared. I hadn't seen the I haven't seen what 1-up box and 20 coins gave, so I just banked on those having a hammer, or I would find the hammer in the stages, or in like a hammer bro or something, or that whatever world needs a hammer will be in front of me. Yeah,
and no hammers as far as the end card. The mushrooms were holding clouds though, which was nice. Those were put to good use. But yeah, as it turned out, Macobra, you using the hammer in World 2 allowed you to skip Atlantis in 8-1.
Oh, nice.
So that ultimately swung the race back in your favor, and you were able to just sail on through.
Well, one of the things that I did have was a cloud, so I had like 4 clouds, so I felt okay. But then I used the cloud right before Atlantis, and I had to play the level.
Right, that's the other thing. Yeah, that was what I had noticed. Like, yeah, you would use the cloud, and like, uh-oh. It's like, yeah, you had to play it through, unfortunately, and then you get 8-1 right after that. It's like, yikes, that's bad 1-2 punch. We welcome Claris.com and Leslie Pro 04 to the chat. GG, guys.
GG.
Whew. We had quite a tilt on our hands here. All 4 of you finishing within 3 minutes of each other in a very interesting and topsy-turvy race. It was quite something.
That beginning is what really threw me off, because what first happened is the reason my timer was thrown off is because right as RaceBot says go, my game decides it's going to go right back to the start of the starting sequence. So I'm pretty sure that'll do it to just about anybody.
Yeah. Actually, Macobra, that was the other thing. You missed out on. You played 4-3. Everybody else played the first hand stage. They got a hammer off of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's like you took the path of somewhat least resistance, but they got a free hammer out of the deal. And, we'll see. I'm not really sure how that would have played, but yeah, that was another one of those nice little wrinkles.
Yeah, I would have much better had a hand level than 4-3 right there.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. That hand level, though, was a rough opening, because where the Hammer Brothers typically line up, you had a Boomerang Brother on bottom and a Hammer Brother. That was just a nasty combination that gave me all kinds of trouble. And because of that start, and missing the jump in 4F2, I basically just put my foot down and gassed it through the rest of it. I basically ignored the hand cards, save for that one match that I got. Other than that, I basically didn't bother with anything out of my way unless I felt I needed something.
Yeah, and you actually had the lead, I think, at one point. Around after World 4, after the 4th World, you were actually in the lead, and then World 3 came along and just kind of threw everything, into chaos.
Yeah, if I had a second hammer there, that World 3 would have been free, but wasn't meant to be.
Yeah. But, so no, that was a entertaining seed. Everyone thinks so as well?
I liked it.
It was an alright
Yeah.
seed.
Yeah. So,
Certainly gave you guys entertainment, I'll say that much.
well, like I said, you get 4 racers to go within 3 minutes of each other, and all under 37 minutes. Doing something right with this, I think. So,
The other thing about my start that got me is I get right into the first forward of World 5 and it's 7F2, and I just say, game, you're a noun for doing this.
yeah,
I'm just glad I didn't die there.
everybody played 7F2 cleanly. I know, Macobra, I know you are probably had a few nouns for 6.5.
Yeah, not every day you get not one but two Paragumas that right below the place where
Yeah, and both of them pump faking you and just causing you all sorts of misery. I mean, that was cruel.
yeah, for sure.
I don't think everybody. I think everybody else got through it relatively cleanly, but yeah, it's like, ugh.
It's like at the first hit, you really don't trust him. You want to get him out of the way as soon as you can, and
Yeah, it's like you were playing like prevent defense the second time around, and like just as you jump and he jumps at the same time, it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah,
he got you good.
Well, I got them good because I waited, as soon as they land, kicked the block, bye-bye. Even with the lag, that was fine.
Yeah. So, that's the only other thing I have is, as you may know from, if you notice about the Speed Gaming Live 2019 event in October, the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer tournament will be taking their act on the road and will be live for said event in late October. And we hope to see you all there if you're attending, and if you have any interest, we absolutely would welcome future participants into the tournament. Hopefully, we'll get enough money raised to be one of the top tournaments so we can get even more money into the pot and put on quite a show. We're still in the early stages, but so far we have a few participants, and it should be a good time. That's all I have. Any final thoughts from the dais?
No. GG, everybody, and it was a good race.
All right.
GG.
Certainly sounds like it was a heck of a race, and
All right.
rough start aside, that turned into quite the barn burner. Glad
Yes,
everybody
indeed.
enjoyed it, and GG's.
All right. Thanks, everybody, and thanks to Speed Gaming for putting on the show tonight. And thanks to all who watched, and GG's once again to our fine competitors, Claris.com, Macobra52, Leslie Pro 04, and One Fine Day. So I think that will do it for us. So we'll be back a week from tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. I'm not sure what flags we're going to be using. It won't be these flags. We might, depending on community is doing, we might actually do permanent Tanuki, which I think would be an interesting twist on what we've done in the past. I'm not sure what other settings we'll have, but I think that would be kind of an interesting little race, and I think everyone would get a kick out of it. So keep an eye out for that, and thanks all again for watching. So real quick, I'll just see what else we got on the dock before we go for tonight. Let's see. Okay. Not a whole lot right now. On Speed Gaming 2, actually, we have the Zelda 1 Randomizer 2019 tournament. That should be really entertaining. Zelda 1 tournaments created by F. Coughlin, who created the Mario 3 Randomizer. So good times to be had there. And Speed Gaming 5 has the Splatoon 2 tournament going. So lots of good stuff going. So thanks all once again for watching, and have a great evening. See you all again next Saturday, August 31st.
All right, good night, guys. GG.
Have a good night. GG's.
All right.
Bye bye.